Right, today I'm going to be looking at how I judge my hold over and hold under on my shooting at different ranges. I mainly shoot 2.2, which has got a more loopy trajectory than 177. And if you're hunting live quarry, you need to be able to work out the distance and work out what hold over or hold under you need to take that shot, because you're either going to miss completely or you're going to wound something. You need to be placing your shots perfectly in the kill zone. So I'm going to show you how I do it today, and obviously there's going to be a difference for everybody, so everybody will need to do this. You can't just go off the results that I get, because it depends how high you've got your scope mounted above the barrel. That'll change your trajectory. And also I'm using the Airmax Catran today, and that's different again to my Brocock Ranger XR, because the Ranger XR has got a flat rail to mount your scope onto, and this one's got a 20 MOA rail, which means it's looking slightly down at your targets. That's supposed to be to help you with longer range shots. It just gives you more elevation to work with. So we'll get everything set up and then we'll take a look at how I do it for myself. Okay, so to map your pellet trajectory against your reticule of your scope, you're going to need a few things. One of them is an actual printout of your scope reticule, and the second one's a pen for marking it. You're also going to need some targets, or as I use, a piece of cardboard with the ranges marked out on it. Now this works for first focal plane scopes, because the crosshairs move in and out as you alter the magnification. With a second focal plane, it will only work at the magnification that you do the test with. So if you want to use different magnifications with a second focal plane, then you're going to have to do one of these cards at every magnification on that scope. Okay, so the first step is, if you've got a rangefinder, use it. Use whatever you like, whether it's Pacers or you use a rangefinder. A big buzzard there, it's cracking. But yeah, so the first step I've got is I don't really shoot at anything under 10 yards or 10 meters. So what I've done is set my first target up at 10, and we'll take a shot at that and see where we hit. Right, so that's his first shot at 10, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put 3 more in it, just to make sure we're hitting the same spot consistently. So that's 3 shots at 10. Now let's go and have a quick look at that. Okay, so as you can see from this, at 10 yards the pellets are hitting just above the centre of the crosshair, or the cross on the target. So what I'll do now is look through the scope again at this, judge where the pellet's striking compared to the middle of the cross on your reticule, and just mark it down as 10 yards. So at 10 yards I'm basically hitting probably 3 mil higher than the centre of the crosshair, so I'll just mark that on my scope. Okay, so hopefully as you can see, where I've looked through my scope again and seen where the pellets are hitting, and it's just above the centre line of the cross. So I've just marked that on this drawing, And what we're going to do now is move it out to 15, and then we'll repeat the same process. We'll take the shots, judge where it's hitting through the scope, and then mark it onto the photograph here of the or the printout of the reticule. Okay, so now let's take us 3 shots at 15 yards. Okay, so I'm going to discount this one that's slightly higher, and that's what I'm looking at for my group. When you look through the scope at it, it's risen to exactly the first full marking above the centre of the crosshair. So now move it out to 20, and then we'll do us 20 yard grouping shots. Right, now for the 20 yards. Well, sorry guys, but it looks like I didn't get those shots on camera. It has risen again. From 15, from 10 we're just over the centre of the reticule. 15 we're one full marking on the reticule above the centre of the crosshair, and then on the 20 it's risen again to just between 1 and 1.5 markings. So I'll get the 25 and I'll show you the card at the end how I've marked it up, and then obviously we'll go out to 30, 35 and 40 if I've got the room. Okay, 25 yards now then. So at 25, as I said, it's virtually the same as the 20 yard mark. When I've looked at it through the scope and judged it, it is more or less exactly the same as the 20, not really any difference. Now, there is going to be people out there saying there's a lot easier way to do it, which is to use a ballistics app. Absolutely hate tech, so I like to come down and do it this way. Once I've done it, I know, same as say, I take a photo of the picture of the reticule, keep it on my phone. When I come out with each gun, it's just a quick open it up, have a look at it, and you've got your distances already marked there. Plus, using the app to do it, I don't think is as much fun as doing it this way. It's a cracking evening, and it just gives me a bit of something to do when I get home from work. Come out and enjoy the sunshine. So we'll take his first shot at 30, and I'm just wondering if I've turned that camera on again. Hopefully I have. Let's have a look. There it is. But hopefully, as you can see, at 30 we've dropped right back down onto the centre line. Same as say, I've been putting JSB jumbo pellets through this, through the gun. I've just found out, well, I found out when I got here I've not got any with me, so I've swapped over to the Air Arms Field Diablos. That might be giving me a little bit of drift, or it might be the bloody wind that keeps springing up. But yeah, at 30 we've dropped back onto the centre line, so now it's 35, which I'm expecting to drop probably just over half a mil dot or half a marking on the reticule. So we'll try that now. Okay, so looking at this, I've tried to draw in the trajectory of the pellet on the card, but it's not brilliant. But yeah, you can see it rising from 10 to 15 to 20, levels out between 20 and 25, then it really drops off down to 30 and then 35. So yeah, let's give us some references. Right, so using the information we've gathered, what I'm going to do now is shoot at the different distances and use, so say, using the information we've gathered, see if we can hit the bull on the targets. Well, I didn't get the 15 on camera, but I hope that's proving that the old over and old unders are working, that have worked out. So let's go out to 20 now and see how we do there. Right, well, I didn't get the 20-yard shots on camera either. A lot of things going off. I didn't realise I was running out of space on my SD card. So it wasn't until later that I realised what were going off and had to delete quite a few things off the SD card. But yeah, that's at 20 yards using the reference points that we'd already established. And as you can see, that's bang on the ball, so working perfectly. For the rest of the shots, I swapped over to shooting bottle tops and used my PARD night vision device to record the shots. All of the ranges I had marked on the card worked absolutely perfectly in practice at 35 metres. So yeah, that's my way of doing my old overs and old unders, so I can judge the range when I'm shooting. Same as say, if you're shooting live quarry, especially with a 2-2, with a more loopy trajectory, you need to be on the money. You need to be hitting the kill zone. We've done out to 35 metres, and between 10 and 35, when you look at the card, you've got a drop of roughly 2 inches, or a difference of 2 inches in the trajectory of the pellet. So it's not too much, but it can be critical. Same as say, if you're hunting live prey, you don't want to be hitting something a bit low, or you know, just wounding it or anything. So yeah, let's have a look and we'll do a conclusion. Right, well, there's a completed card. Just took a photo of that, saved it to my phone, so when I do go out shooting again, I can open it up and I've got a quick reference for what ranges I need to be shooting at. Even if you use a ballistics app, I'd still advise you to do this, because they can you can input information wrong or something might go wrong, but you're still going to need to check your old overs and old unders. Thank you for watching. I hope it's proved useful for a few people, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.